cette affaire-là et que de ce point de vue-là, il est difficile, n'est-ce pas, de procéder comme on procède très souvent. Vous savez qu'on a déjà entendu ce discours lorsqu'il était question de diffuser. Parce qu'il y avait des avocats qui avaient proposé que ce procès-là, n'est-ce pas, soit diffusé à la télévision et que le grand public puisse savoir exactement ce qui se passe. Mais on a répondu que c'est une affaire pas comme les autres. Est-ce que ce n'était pas un argument qui tient?
Do you think that it holds? Pour toi, ça tient? Tu n'es pas juriste, mais est-ce que ça tient?
Est-ce qu'il faut protéger les secrets d'État?
C'est la vérité. The lawyer has a duty bound. The lawyer has the duty of confidentiality. That is one of, because all those people who are talking about state secrets, when they themselves are the ones in the docks, when they consult the lawyers, they tell the lawyers all those secrets. The lawyer is bound by the duty of confidentiality. The lawyer cannot breach it. That is part of his oath that he has taken. So a lawyer cannot be in a case and you refuse to give him the file, or you refuse him documentation so that he gives his client adequate defense because you think that it is sensitive. That is trial by ambush. It doesn't work. And it is an international principle, the right of the defense. The right of the defense. Because if the scale of justice stands, that is the person who faces a life jail or a death sentence. So it must be seen that he has adequately been tried. So how do you think that a document of 5,000 pages, it is in the office of the military prosecutor or in their library or wherever they keep it, so you expect the lawyer to come there at his convenience, to come and read it, either jot notes. It doesn't work. 5,000 pages.
Mais pour vous, pourquoi est-ce que donc il y a cette entrave, cet obstacle-là? Quelle peut être l'intention? Pour quelle raison est-ce qu'ils ne permettent pas à ces avocats, n'est-ce pas, de pouvoir avoir copie de ces documents dont ils ont besoin pour pouvoir organiser qui leur défense, pourquoi est-ce qu'ils ne permettent pas l'accès à ces documents de votre point de vue? Ça peut être lié à quoi?
It's just because the legal department has this mentality of always thinking that because they were the same rob as the magistrate, they come from the same training center and all of that, they are the same like magistrate. No. No. And perhaps because the legal department, they have the principle of hierarchical subordination, they may be having instructions from their hierarchy. But the right of the defense, you cannot bring somebody to court, you want to try the person, and you don't give his lawyer all the elements that will enable the lawyer to defend him. It is as well, and that's why the lawyers are saying, if we don't have the elements to defend him, then why are we here? Then you can as well just sentence them. Just go ahead and sentence them.
Mais dans une situation comme celle-là, qu'est-ce que les avocats peuvent faire?
Let the court do what he wants to do. The lawyers are not going to get into the street demonstrating that the military court should give documents. We leave it to the court. The court is bound by the law and its conscience. If that is the law, let him go ahead. If that is what his conscience tells him, let him go ahead.
Now, this has been interpreted by the public as a strategy of delay, a delay tactic that will, at the end of the day, cause the
delay tactic by who?
To go beyond the carpets.
Delay tactic from
hidden hands. As you said earlier, that maybe the judges are receiving instructions from their hierarchy. And
no,
so
I think, Babila, the bottom line in this issue is, I was informed. I think I'm still waiting on the official correspondence to it. I may actually have to present it to the Bar Council, because the Bar Council represents the bar. The bar, as the leader of the civil society, is the watchdog. We cry out loud when it is not going. I will be able to present it to the Bar Council. The Bar Council will give directives and will know what to do. So we may be able to call all the lawyers in that matter and listen to them, and we will be able to write to the Minister of Defense and to the Minister of Justice. We had written earlier when there was this issue of ordinance and whether it was authentic or not. We wrote because we didn't find it normal. Because the justice system of any country, Babila, we don't understand what it is. Every other thing, development, investment, hinges on justice. When an investor leaves and he's going into any country, he goes with two people. He goes with his accountant, he goes with his lawyer. Can my investment in this country yield profit? If the accountant says yes, it's good. He will turn to his lawyer. If my rights are infringed, can I have justice? If the lawyer says yes, then he's good to go.
Finalement, vous donnez, dans ce témoignage-ci, vous donnez pratiquement raison à un ancien bâtonnier également de l'ordre des avocats, le bâtonnier Patrice Monté, qui, dans une interview sur Équinoxe Télévision, dans le cadre de cette émission La Vérité en face, indiquait qu'il y a le sentiment, il y a comme un sentiment que les avocats ne sont pas respectés dans notre pays et qu'il y a un certain nombre d'obstacles qui se jonchent sur le chemin de ces avocats-là et que les pouvoirs publics véritablement ne prennent pas au sérieux le travail de ces avocats et que les avocats doivent se battre pour, n'est-ce pas, obtenir la place qui est la leur, non seulement dans la société, mais également pour ce qui concerne la défense des droits de leurs clients. Alors, à quel niveau quels peuvent être les éléments de cette bataille pour redonner peut-être au barreau, n'est-ce pas, toute sa crédibilité et toute la force qui est la sienne?
Part of it is legal. It is our laws. Because our laws are the 1990, the laws governing the bar were enacted in 1990. And of course you can understand what 1990 was in Cameroon and the role that lawyers played in 1990. So it explains to you the mindset within which those laws were enacted. So the first thing is we are trying as much as possible to make sure that those laws are amended. First, they don't respond to the realities of today. They don't at all. So those laws need to be amended.
Mais c'est l'un des chantiers que vous avez d'ailleurs annoncé lorsque vous avez été élu en juin 2022.
And we are quite advanced with that. The next thing is that we need to get our lawyers well trained and apt. When the lawyer is well trained, just like Bâtonnier Monté, he will be able to stand and talk it. And just like he said, that is the truth. Because most governmental institutions in this country, they look at the bar and the lawyers as though we are a nuisance or we are offensive. We are just doing our job. We are just doing our job. You get to the police station, it's like the fact that a client has consulted a lawyer, he has done something wrong. Pourquoi tu es venu avec un avocat? The magistrates, the same thing. But I can tell you, Duval, we would not let it go.
You will not
we
let
will
it go.
Fight it. We'll fight it to the end.
You have been
this
fighting.
profession is worth gold the world over.
You have been fighting not only for yourselves as lawyers, but also for the people that you're defending every day, for their right to be respected. But despite all what you've been doing, a violation of human rights is very rampant in Cameroon today. We are talking precisely about civil and political rights. Opposition political parties are sending out a distress call, raising an alarm about these issues. Recently, we have the Cameroon Renaissance Movement, CRM political party, that has been unable to install its officials in the far north because the installation ceremony was banned first by the Division Office of Marwa 1 and then secondly by the Division Office of Marwa 2. And the reasons highlighted simply saying that there is a risk of a massive gathering that could threaten public peace. There's a risk of confrontation between militants of the CRM and the CPDM and to the party officials. This is just a violation of the civil and political rights enshrined in national and international legal instruments like the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. What's your take on this?
My take is that it's a common phenomenon. And it's not only us to fight this thing. The civil society, just like you, the lawyers, the press is doing, we are decrying it. But one thing many people feel like, oh, the lawyers are not doing enough. We as lawyers, our job is just to cry foul. We are whistleblowers. We are the watchdog. When it is not going, we come out and we cry. When the people consult us individually or they consult the bar as an institution, we step into defense. But like what you are saying there, we can only but decry it, we denounce it that it is not correct. It is not because they keep doing it that we will say we are giving up. Truth must be told that we are moving. We are moving. And we must understand, Babila, it is by doing and daring that Rome was built. It's not by the docile policies that can what's called caution. The people who do those things, those DOs and all of those people, they must know, we must say it, they are doing a disservice to this country. They are doing a disservice. They are not doing any service to anybody. They are doing a disservice. In this age and time, that kind of barbaric thing should not happen. There are even more elegant ways of doing it. That's primitive.
Monsieur Bâtonnier, on va sortir de l'émission par là où nous sommes entrés. La question de l'organisation de l'examen d'entrée en stage des avocats. Il y a bien évidemment des candidats recalés et certains qui estiment que les choses ne sont pas passées exactement comme ils auraient souhaité. Est-ce qu'il existe des voies de recours? Quelles peuvent être ces voies de recours pour ces candidats-là?
They have written, the first thing is pre-litigation letters, which a lot of them have written. Some of them have seized the court, but I can tell you they are just within their legitimate right. It is their right to do what they are doing. If I will be summoned to court to come and explain what the jury did, we will do our best to defend it.
Et beaucoup, certains estiment que l'examen doit être annulé.
It is, at this point, that is just their wish. But as a respecter of the law, it is only the law court that can say whether the exam should be annulled or not. It is not their wish.
Merci infiniment d'avoir accepté d'échanger avec nous dans le cadre de cette émission de La Vérité en face. Monsieur Bâtonnier, Baïringba.
Merci, Monsieur Duval et Baba Babis. Je suis toujours honoré d'être devant vous. And I just want to encourage you that I'm very humbled with this kind of journalism that you're doing, because there's a lot of social media misinformation. So when you come to hear the other side of it, it makes balanced information. I'm sure before you came here, you had already formed an impression that, okay, the bar too has joined the bandwagon of very dishonest examination organizers. But now you understand the truth. So let us together, because the journalism is the civil society, the bar too is the leader of the civil society. Let's keep fighting so that we can make our country a better place.
Merci infiniment d'avoir accepté de participer à cette émission. Merci également à vous, BABILA Jonathan. Merci à toutes les équipes techniques autour de Joël Essengé, Élisée Bogba et bien sûr Emmanuel Job. Merci à toutes les équipes, à la régie, à Douala. Bon dimanche à tous et à très bientôt. Au revoir.